Why should you consider a Jon Boat over a bass boat? Aside from money, I'm going to give you one big reason why you should consider a Jon Boat instead of a bass boat.
I think this one's going to stay with us. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Welcome back to another video where our original project is a 16-foot Jon Boat to bass boat conversion that I'm going to be running in the 2021 electric only Jon Boat Trail. If you're interested in seeing how that project is coming along, I have a playlist completely dedicated to this build. So you want to buy a new boat. All your buddies have these nice, big, spacious bass boats that have, 150, 200, 250 horsepower motors on the back of them. Not to mention these big, bright, colorful graphs that just give you tunnel vision to where you're like, I gotta have one. Well, maybe you don't have big bass boat money. Maybe you don't have a vehicle capable of towing a bass boat. Maybe you're just simply nervous of the maintenance and upkeep of a big boat like that. Or on the other hand, maybe you do have big bass boat money. Maybe you do have a truck that's able to tow it. Maybe you do have that buddy that can fix anything, so you're not worried about the maintenance. Either way, there's one big thing that people tend to forget about when it comes to Jon Boats, and that's versatility. Let me show you guys what I mean. What we have here is a map of Georgia. More specifically, it's the northern half of Georgia. And I understand some of you guys are gonna be like, oh, I don't live anywhere near there, I'm in a different state, whatever. I find it really hard to believe that this concept doesn't transfer over to different places. So just hear me out. So for the purpose of this video, we're gonna use Lake Lanier as basically the main lake you would go to if you had a bass boat. Okay, it's a huge party lake. There's tons of tournaments that run out of this lake all the time. There has also been a bunch of professional tournaments that have taken place on Lake Lanier. And more than likely, if you live on the east side of Atlanta, that's the lake that you're predominantly going to go to if you have a bass boat. So if you live anywhere like, let's just say down here in this Lawrenceville area, closest big lake to you is Lake Lanier. You have Altoona over this side that you could put a bass boat in. We have Lake Jackson down here that you put a bass boat in, so on and so forth. But these lakes are so far apart from each other that if you live up here, you're pretty much predominantly only going to one lake. However, around that same area, there are a ton of other lakes. For instance, Stone Mountain. We got Stone Mountain right here. There's Fort Yargo out here. You have Black Shoals, which is somewhere in this area. You have Hard Labor Creek right here. You have Lake Varner somewhere in here. You have Bear Creek in this area. You have Latham in Dawsonville. Treble Mill, which is out here in Grayson. And the other one is Cedar Creek, which is further up north by Gillsville, somewhere in this area. Obviously, this is not every lake, but these lakes specifically are either electric only or each lake has a horsepower limit. Some are 10 horsepower, some are 25 horsepower. You are able to put the bass boat in there, but you have to use your trolling motor in the front. So you see if we go here to Lawrenceville, it's about right there. That's about a good radius, we'll say. So just within like the distance it would take you to go to Lanier in your bass boat, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other lakes that you could go to. Keep in mind, one, this is only a few of the lakes that we're talking about here. Number two, we're also not talking about rivers or streams. On a summer evening, when you get off of work, it might be easier to go to one of these smaller lakes instead of driving up to Lake Lanier with your family or friends. So that's always something to keep in mind as well. So the point that I'm trying to make is that you have more options of lakes to go to, different fisheries, different things to see, different fish to catch if you're in a Jon Boat. And you can go even deeper than that and have even more options if you run an electric only boat. Now, does that mean that I can't take my Jon Boat out to Lake Lanier? No, of course you can. And I have tons of plans to do that with this boat. I'm also not going to be stupid about it. I'm not going to go out on 4th of July weekend in the middle of the day in my 16-foot aluminum boat and expect to not get smacked around by a bunch of waves. Like, I'm just not going to do that. That's not smart. It's all about what you guys want to do though. I mean, if you're content on staying mostly one lake at all times, hitting those same spots, catching those same type of fish, then more power to you. But I like to be a little bit more versatile. I like to see what my boat can handle. I like to see what I can do. So at the end of the day, I feel like I have more options with my Jon Boat as opposed to a bigger bass boat. If you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful, please leave a like. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe for future content, especially for what's to come on this 16-foot boat. Thanks for watching, guys.